Hello guys, in our previous video we saw how we can change from fractions to decimals. And for what kind of fractions did we talk about in our previous videos? Those ones were terminating fractions to decimals, which involve terminating decimals, right? But here, some fractions when we change to decimals will give us repeating decimals. So how are we going to handle those kind of fractions? So we'll be talking about fractions which have denominators in this form: 9 or 99 or 999 or 9999, on and on and on. They follow a really interesting pattern, and I'm going to show you that. So assuming you have a fraction like this, 2 over 9, without calculating anything or doing any difficult job, looking at this, we can see what the decimal will be. So the decimal, let's take the numerator here. And then, because the denominator is 9, right? The denominator is just a single 9. This will become 0.2 repeating. The numerator is going to repeat itself, okay? This becomes 0.2 repeating. I'm just going to rewrite this here for you to see. So the numerator is 2, the denominator is 1. 2 is being divided by 9. And what we're saying is that we're going to have a decimal with the numerator repeating itself. All right, what if we had something else like this? Say 13 over 99. What do you think? Guess. We talked about this in class. So it's also going to be the same. 0, and then the numerator is going to repeat itself. Remember, when you're drawing the bar, it's supposed to be on top of all the numbers that will repeat. So 0.13 repeat. That means it is. That means that the 13 is repeating itself. All right. And then what if we have 2? Let me use a different color. Let me change to, there you go. So what if we have 2 over 99? 2 over 99. Remember that the first one we did was 2 over 9, and then we said it was 0.2 repeating, right? Sorry, I wrote beyond what you can see. That one was 0. Let me write at the bottom. The first one was 2 over 9, and then that gave us 0.2 repeated. Now we have 2 over 99. What do you think? Because the denominator is double digit and the numerator is a single digit, right? Because the denominator is a double digit and the numerator is a single digit, this is not going to give us what we had at first, which was 0.2, but the number that is going to repeat itself will also be a double digit, right? The number that is going to repeat itself will also be a double digit. So we're going to add, bring a 0 in front of the 2, all right? So we get 0.02 repeating. The denominator is a double digit here. So the number after the decimal point, which is going to repeat itself, will also be a double digit. And then that is going to repeat itself. So, and because we have just 0 here, we can rewrite this as 0.2, right? In the fraction 0.2. It doesn't really change the value. So 0.2 will repeat itself. You understand? And that is because the denominator is a double digit. I'm going to give you another example. So let's assume we have, let's say 35 over 9, 9. I'm going to change this question in just a little bit, but let's first of all try to do this. Remember, double digit here. So the numerator is going to, the numerator is already a double digit. So it's going to repeat itself, 0.35 repeated. But what if we had 3, 5 over 9, 9, 9? What is it going to be? How many digits are going to repeat? How many digits are in the denominator? 3. So we'll have 0. So originally we have numerator to be 35, but we introduce a 0 in front of that, and then all of this will be repeated. And that is because the denominator is 3 digits. So the number that will repeat itself will be 3 digits. But what we have here is just 2 digits. So we bring a 0 in front of that, which will not change the value. All right. I mean, if you have a number like 5 and you write it as 0.5, it does not change the value. All right. All right. So when we're changing fractions which have the denominator as 9 or 99 or 999, that is how we do it. Then the decimal is going to be a repeating decimal. And how do we know that it's going to be or how do we express it as a repeating decimal? Just look at the numerator. All right. Just look at the numerator. And then let it repeat itself after you put, let's say, so this is going to be 0.48 repeated. Double digit here, double digits repeated. All right. So if we had, let's say, 48, if we had, let's say 48 over 999, what do you think is going to be? The number that is going to repeat itself will be 3 digits, but what we have here is just 2 digits. So in a sense, let's say we will introduce a 0 here, which will make it 0.48. All right. Okay. So pretty much I think that should be good. Now let's see when we're dividing, we have a fraction like this. This also gives us a repeating decimal. But this one, the denominator is not in the form of 9 or 99 or 999, but it is 11. So if we have something like this, what do we do? This also follows an interesting pattern. What you're going to get is that, do you remember the multiplication table for 9? 9 times 1 gives us 9. Or let me write 0.9, which doesn't change the value. 9 times 2 gives us 18. 9 times 3 gives us 27, and on and on and on. And that is how this one, interestingly, that it follows that same pattern. So once we divide 1 by 11, we get 0.09. So in a sense, it's like what follows the decimal point is just those multiples of 9. When we multiply 9 by 1, we get 0.9. So this one's, the decimal that is going to repeat will be 0.9. If we have 2 over 11, it is going to give us 0.18, Remember? When we multiply 2 by 9, what do we get? 18. And that's the same number that comes here. Please, these are repeating decimals. So let me put them there. And then when we multiply 3 by 9, what do we get? When we multiply 3 by 9, we get 27. So what do you think 3 over 11 will give us? Remember this? 27. So this gives us 0.27 repeated. The 2 and the 7 will repeat. And then let me write another one here. So when we have, let's say, 5 over 11, what do you think is going to be? What do you think 5 over 11 is going to be? What is 9 times 5? So this gives us 0.45 repeating. So that is another interesting repeating decimal that we have. So if it is over 9, it is really easy. Look at the numerator, check the denominator, how many digits, and then the numerator is going to repeat itself. If it is over 11, then the repeating decimals is going to be just the multiples of 9, okay? And then let me quickly take you through more examples when it's over 11. So let's say this time we have 2 over 111. What do you think is the result is going to be? Now, to help us see what is going to be, imagine we had 2 over 11. What's going to be? Remember, we said it's going to be 0.18 because 2 times 9, remember 2 times 9 gives us 18. But this time, the denominator is 3 digits. The denominator is 3 digits. So, the number that is going to, sorry, I didn't write, I forgot to put this thing here. When the denominator was double digit, the repeating digits was also, the repeating decimal was also a double digit. By this time, the denominator is 3 digits. So the number that is going to repeat will be 3 digits. So instead of 0.18, there will be a 0 in between there. So you're going to get 0.018 repeated. So now the number that is repeating becomes 3 digits. Do you get it? For instance, if we have, let's say, 5 over 111. The 111 is 3 digits. When we count 1, 2, 3. Okay? Well, we're not going to write those things there. We said it's going to be the multiples of 9. What is 5 times 9? It gives us 45. 45. But 45 is not 3 digits. It is just 2 digits. So we introduce a 0 in front of that to make it 3 digits. Alright? Because the denominator is 3 digits. So we get 0.045. Let's take another example. So let's assume we want, say, 7 over 111. I just want to be consistent so that. So what is 7 times 9? Remember? That will give us 63. But this is 3 digits. But what we have here is 2 digits. So we bring a 0 in front of that. Alright? And this will give us 0.063 repeated. Forgive me, I didn't write the bar on top of this one, the previous question, right? It is 0.045 repeated. All right. So all you need to do is that just, if the denominator is 1 1 or 1 1 1 or 1 1 1 1, all that you're going to do is that we know that the number will be a multiple of 9. So that you multiply the numerator by 9 and then check how many digits is this. Is it just 2? Then maybe you may be good. But just check the number that should be repeating should be double digit. If it is 3, the number, like in this case, the number that is repeating should be 3 digits. On and on and on. All right. I am pretty sure that. And again, if you find it difficult, you can just send me an email or something. I'm going to help you with whatever question that you have. Okay. So I'm going to end this video now. And then in the next video, we'll see how we can change from decimals to fractions. So we did it this way, like changing from fraction to decimal. Now let's see how we can change from decimals to fractions.